Are electronic pieces of equipment insured under a property policy or an engineering policy? We're going to answer that question and take a look at three things that you need to know about electronic equipment insurance today. What's up? You're watching Tito Talks non-life insurance discussions once again with me, your favorite Tito Miguel, who loves to make non-life insurance discussions easier to understand for both agents and clients. Magandang Friday po sa ating lahat. Magandang Friday po to my viewers in the Philippines, and of course, special shout out to my newly discovered viewers in Thailand. Now, don't get mad at me if I get your greeting wrong, but I would like to give you guys a shout out. Sawadee krap, if I said that correctly. I would like to say thank you with a kobkum krap. I don't get mad at me if I pronounce that the wrong way. And if you, wherever you are, want to see me mangle your nation's basic greetings and gratitude phrases, please leave me a shout out in the comments. Let me know what you feel. Let me know where you're from. And we can talk about the differences in insurance from the Philippines over there to you. Also, if you do like this type of content that talks about insurance, what it does, what it can do for you, how you can earn from insurance, and what insurance can do for you as a client, please consider subscribing to our channel. Help us grow, help us reach more people, and help us increase the number of our subscribers who appreciate what insurance can do in their lives and for their finances. And with that being said, I do believe I left you with a question last time. Are electronic pieces of equipment insured under a fire policy or an engineering policy? And the answer to that question is actually very interesting because it will actually depend on the type of structure, on the type of property that you have. Now, if you're talking about a residential unit, since it's just a simple house, your electronic equipment there would mostly consist of your basic computers, your air conditioning units, your filtration systems, if you use electronic filtration systems, your home security system, and even your entertainment system. These are easily covered under your property policy, as you can declare these equipment, these appliances as part of your household. Meaning the value of these appliances, these equipment, can be included in the cost of insurance that you get, which should be reflected in your sum insured. However, if you're talking about a commercial establishment, let's say a bank, a hospital, a restaurant, or even a regular office, most of the time you will have to depend on certain electronic pieces of equipment to keep your business going. And the coverage provided by a property or fire policy may not be enough to take care of the delicate equipment that you have, especially if you're running a highly technical type of business, such as a hospital, such as a digital studio wherein you do a lot of photo editing, you take a lot of photo shoots, you do a lot of video editing as well. So most of these businesses require delicate types of equipment. And when these equipment break down, get destroyed, or get stolen, it could cripple the business drastically, which is why you can get a different kind of insurance known as electronic equipment insurance, also known as EEI for short. In this video, we're going to be talking about three things you need to know about electronic equipment insurance here in the Philippines. And it's going to be very interesting, I assure you. So let's start with number one then, shall we? Ooh, I bet you like that one. The first thing you have to remember about an electronic equipment insurance policy is that, yes, it is an all-risk policy. You heard that right. It is similar to CAR and EAR, CARI, and ERI, Contractors All-Risk, and Erection all-risk policies. Now, if you're not familiar with what an all-risk policy is, take a look at this video right on up there before continuing with this one so you have a better understanding. Now, the thing is, with electronic equipment insurance policies, the all-risk section is actually a lot more forgiving compared to CAR and EAR. If you would recall our video about CAR and EAR, videos right here, you'll remember that I mentioned that CAR and EAR does not cover faulty workmanship, does not cover faulty materials. So if you did something wrong, you built something wrong, it's not covered. There's a big difference in between that and how electronic equipment insurance operates, because you're still covered, or your electronic equipment, your servers, your cameras, your computers, your lighting systems, your editing systems, these will still be covered even if they were destroyed by a lack of skill. Meaning, even if someone who doesn't really know how to use them uses them and destroys them, you'll be surprised to know, yep, they'll still be covered. And as you all know, electronic equipment is very, very delicate in that sense, as you don't just need to know how to take care of it, you need to know how to be able to use it. So that means they require a certain degree of operator competence. And when it comes to operator competence, that simply means that the person using it needs to have a certain amount of knowledge. Now, what if someone with a low level of knowledge uses that equipment and they end up destroying it? Is that a form of negligence? You can say that. However, despite that being the case, it's still going to be covered under the all risk portion of the electronic equipment insurance policy. Isn't that neat? The next thing you'll have to know, and this one really caught me off guard as well. The second thing you have to know that it also covers external data media devices. So it's not just your electronic pieces of equipment like your editing systems, lighting systems, computers, and whatnot. Even your servers, even your diskettes, your USB flash drives, and any other storage system that contains electronic data. Yes, information stored on these devices is also covered. So let's say a fire burns out and it burns down all your servers, it burns down all your flash drives, it burns down all your drives. All your customers' information is there, all your clients' information is there, all your business records are there as well. And that could really put a dent in your business, right? Under an EEI policy, not only will the insurance policy pay to replace the actual media in which the data is stored, it will also actually pay for the cost to reproduce that data, the cost to reciprocate and create another set of similar data to be stored in the replacement drives, in the replacement media. Now, isn't that neat? But that's not all. Here's one more thing you really have to know. Not only are your external media devices covered, but you also get coverage from loss of business or increased cost of working due to your equipment loss. Now, to put that simply, this means that the insurance will not just pay to replace your equipment, will not just pay to replace the data or the increased cost of replacing the data you've lost in your equipment, but it will also pay you for the increased expenses you have to incur to continue operating without your equipment. And these could range from a variety of expenses. You need to pay your employees overtime to reproduce the data that you've lost. Covered. You need to pay for for specialists and technicians to help repair or restore your systems, which means you'll have to pay for their time, their lodging, their food, their salary. That's covered as well. Do you need to run overtime? Pay for holidays, pay for extended hours, pay for additional services to continue your business because you lost because you lost your equipment? Then that's also covered by the policy. So as you can see, an EEI policy is more targeted towards businesses as compared to having your equipment covered under the fire policy, which makes it a more ideal choice for business owners. And yes, you can get that included along with your fire insurance, along with your CGL insurance, all in one package from the same insurer. And if you are interested in getting your business insured, both the property, equipment, people, and assets inside your business, you know who to talk to. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed delivering it to you. Now let's get on with our question of the day then, shall we? This question should help us, it should help ease us into next Wednesday's topic, which is also going to be another type of engineering insurance. And that question will be, what's the difference between electronic equipment and machinery? What's the difference between a piece of electronic equipment and a piece of machinery? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel in the comment section right on there down below. And if you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Consider subscribing to my channel. Help us grow. Help us reach more people in the near future. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Tito Talks Non-Life Insurance. Once again, this is your favorite Tito Miguel, always saying, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.